Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Sha'ma Ban Ya'Hawah, and I just wanted to do a short video, okay? Short video. And the topic of the video is those who have the faith will guard Yahweh or Elohim, God's command. Those who has faith will guard Yahweh's or Elohim, which is God's command. Okay? And I want to just go through a couple scriptures really quick to show you what I mean. Okay? Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 10, really quick, okay? So I'm going to start off with the Torah, the instructions, okay? The instructions of the Most High, the instructions that are good, the instructions that the Messiah, HaMashiach, Yahushua, Jesus, gave and quoted and operated in and expounded on. The Torah, the instructions that Shaul, that Paul quoted from, expounded on, and did not say anything different. Okay? Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 10. Those that have faith and or operate in faith guards the commands of Yahweh, Elohim, or God. Okay, here we go. Deuteronomy 30 and 10. If you shall hearken unto the voice of Yahweh, your Elohim, or God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which are written in the book of the law, and if you turn unto Yahweh, your Elohim, or God, with all your heart and with all your mind, your soul. That's kind of close to something, but that's another video. For this commandment which I command you this day, it is not hidden from you, neither is it far off. It is not in heaven, that you should say, who shall go up for us to heaven and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it. So they questioning him. Why would you question them? Here we go. Verse 13. Neither is it beyond the sea, that you should say, who should go over the sea for us and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it. Why are they questioning? They just got brought out of Egypt, Misraim. But we're going to keep going. Verse 14. But the word is very nigh unto you, in your mouth and in your heart, that you may do it. That you may do it. Okay? So we know that the love of the children of Elohim or God, when we love him, we keep his commandments. That's in 1 John. 1 John 5 and 2, 1 John 5 and 3. You know, for the love of Elohim is that we keep his commandments, right? So I said faith, those that operate in faith will guard his commandments, right? So we just read Deuteronomy 30, 10 through 14. I want y'all to keep that in mind. Now let's go to Paul. Let's go to Paul, Romans chapter 10. We're going to start there, verse 2. Okay? Actually, let's go to Romans chapter 9, verse 31. I'm going to try to read it quick because I got to do this video. Got to be at least 13 minutes. But Israel, following after the law of righteousness, so it's a law of righteousness, did not arrive at a law of righteousness. Remember that. Keep that in mind. Why? Because it was not a faith. I just read to you in Deuteronomy 10 through 14. They kept questioning what they knew that Yahweh, Elohim, or God, what they knew he was capable of doing. They kept questioning it. What was the faith? Right? Romans chapter 10, verse 2. For I witness to them that they have a zeal to Elohim, or God, but not according to knowledge. So they still didn't know something. They still didn't understand something. Were they really keeping what we today say that they kept? Let's keep going. For being ignorant of the righteousness of Elohim and seeking to establish their own righteousness, they did not submit to the righteousness of Elohim. When people don't understand something and don't know how to do something, they tend to create something that they feel is right. They tend to create their own, like I said, their own righteousness, because they don't know or understand or didn't listen or not paying attention to what was put out there. All right. Verse 4, for Messiah is the end of the law for righteousness to everyone that believes. This verse is very widely used and properly. It says he is the end of the law for righteousness to everyone that believes. Do you think he's going to change something that the Most High put in place? No. They did not submit to the righteousness of Elohim. So we're going to move the righteousness of Elohim and just be like the Messiah. He's the end of righteousness to everyone that believes. So there's no more law of righteousness. Just believe on him and I'm good and don't do nothing. Nah. Those that have faith guard his commands. I'm going to show you that. The word end. For Messiah is the end of the law. The word end is telos. So telos, like telescope. Telos, telescope. So it's the focus, the goal. He's the goal of the law of righteousness. Let's keep going. For Moses writes of the righteousness which is of the law. He wrote of it. They didn't pay attention to it. The man doing these things shall live by them. You could go to Leviticus 18:5. And it talks about guarding his commands. Let's see. I think I can pull it up real quick. Let me hurry up. Leviticus 18:5. We at the 7-minute mark. I got to speed it up. Leviticus 18:5. Do my right rulings and guard my laws. To walk in them, I am Yahweh your Elohim. Verse 5. And you shall guard my laws and my right rulings, which a man does and lives by them. I am Yahweh. Okay? So let's go and finish this. For Moses writes of the righteousness which is of the law. The man doing these things shall live by them. But the righteousness of faith says this. So it sounds like Paul is saying something different. Do not say in your heart, who will go up into heaven? Didn't we just read that Deuteronomy 10:4? 10, all the way through 14? We read that. Because they kept questioning. They was questioning, you know what I'm saying? They was questioning that at that point. He said, but the righteousness of faith says, do not say in your heart who will go up into heaven, who will go into the abyss. But what does it say? The word is near you, in your mouth and in your heart. That's what Moses wrote to them already. Paul just quoted exactly what Moses wrote. They lacked faith. They didn't show faith. The remnant had it. Moses was the remnant that actually that submitted to the righteousness of Elohim. The Noahs, the Jobs, the Daniels, the Isaiahs, the Jeremiahs, or Yirmiyahu, or Yeshayahu. They submitted to it. They had the faith. They had the faith. So let's go back. Let's go back to Leviticus 18:5, because that is what, when it says, for Moses written of the righteousness of the law, which is of the law. The man doing these things shall live by them. Leviticus 18:5 or 4 says, do my right rulings and guard my laws, to walk in them. I am Yahweh your Elohim, or God. And you shall guard my laws and my right rulings, which a man does and lives by them. I am Yahweh. Let's go. Last verse I'm going to bring us to. We're going to piggyback on that. Let's see if for the Messiah is the end of the law for righteousness to everyone that believes. Okay, I do believe you have to believe. You have to have faith. You have to believe, right? So he's the end of it. That's not saying don't guard his commands. Let's go to John 14 and 21 real quick. John 14 and 21. And it says, I'm almost there. Sorry, y'all. Here we go. John 14, 21 says, he who possesses my commands and guards them, it is he who loves me. And he who loves me shall be loved by the Father, and I shall love him and manifest myself to him. So you still have to guard. He who possesses, who has my commands, you got to have them, you got to know them, but also guard them. You got to have faith. Those with faith will guard what he's saying. That's what they didn't do. That's what Israel didn't do. He's the end of the law of righteousness to those that believe. He's the goal. He's the focus. What he did, what he showed us to do, how he operated, what he taught us was the goal. Verse 23, Yahushua or Jesus answered him, if anyone loves me, he shall guard my word, and my Father shall love him, and we shall come to him and make our stay with him. So I just wanted to show this video. Those that are of faith or have faith will guard the commandments. Revelations 14 and 12, I believe, or Revelations 12 and 14, one of the two says that the patience of the saints is to keep the commandments of Elohim or God and the faith of Jesus. This is his taught one, Sha'ma Ban Ya'Hawah, and I hope that this helped you to understand what faith will lead you to do. Grace and peace. Shalom.